Awesome! All right, so today, we're a little late. Sorry, guys. We're running a little late, but that's okay. We're going to make up for it by finishing early. Well, if you start late, you finish early. There you go. You made up for it. All right. So today our lesson, oh, by the way, we only have just a few more weeks, and then Mr. Pete will be back, and it'll be 2 guys who don't know anything instead of just 1 guy. So, we're looking forward to getting Mr. Pete back. Mr. Pete, we love you. We missed you. I know you're out there doing that program, but we're anxious to get you back. So, next week, I'm going to announce it to all of our friends online. Don't forget, next week, we do have the children's Christmas party. It will go from when church is over at 12 till the time that Awana starts at 5:30, and then we're going to have Awanas. So, you're going to be with us the whole day. All right? Awesome stuff. Yes, awesome stuff. So, if you want some more information on that, contact us at autumncreekfamily.org, and the message will get to me, and we'll get you the details if you're interested. So today our lesson is on a word that we don't always like. It's, oh no, that would be that'd be another word we don't like. Sin, no, yeah. No, this is a word that we don't always like.
I like no.
And that word is obedience. Obedience. What does it mean to obey?
It means to follow the word.
Follow instructions. Okay, I like that. What else?
The word is Jesus.
The word is Jesus. Okay, the answer is Jesus. You know, in church, if the answer is Jesus, you're usually about half the time right, you know, and no matter what the question is. What color is the sky? Jesus. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, who built the ark? Jesus. No,
Noah.
So, who did?
Noah.
Moses?
No.
He said Moses. Moses built the ark.
I said Noah.
No, Noah created rainbows. Yeah, come on. Absolutely. Jesus did. Oh, we're back to Jesus. Okay, the answer is Jesus. So, our word here that we're going to talk about is obedience or obey. Little word, O-B-E-Y. Kind of a funny word. Obey. Obey. Obey, obey. Oh, yay, obey. It's funny. It really is. It's a funny word to say. But it means a lot. And what it means is to do what is right. To do what you are supposed to do. If my boss at work tells me that I need to do whatever, then I need to obey and do what I am told to do.
If your boss says you're fired.
What is it?
What if your boss says you're fired?
Well, then I have to leave the building. I have to obey. All right? When God tells us to do things, we need to be ready and willing to obey. In 1 John 3:24, the one who keeps God's commands lives in him, and he in them. And this is how we know that he lives in us. We know it by the Spirit he gave us. And if you go back, it says, and this is his command in verse 23. And this is his command, to believe in the name of his Son, Jesus Christ, and to love one another as he has commanded us. We are to obey God's commands. We are also to obey those who have been placed over us. So for us, let's just talk about mom and dad. You know, we are to obey mom and dad. Or let's just say that you may be in a situation where maybe you live with your grandma, maybe you live with an uncle or an aunt or something like that. They have been placed over you to help you and to raise you. It's a word that we don't use very much anymore. And it's probably a word we should use more. But your mom and dad, or those who are over you, are raising you. And what that means is they are teaching you how to do things and how to live in society the right way. Okay? And if they're not, then that's what they're supposed to, so they're not doing their job. I got a feeling, because you're here in church today, that they're trying to teach you the right things. All right? So, I'm sorry?
My parents are not teaching us.
Well, but teachers teach, parents teach also. It just may not be like school. You know, you like school better than home? Yeah. Mom and Dad teaches us things like clean your room, like do your homework. You know, the teachers give you the homework.
My teacher doesn't give me homework.
Okay, you're lucky. You're lucky. I had a bunch of homework. I always had homework.
We don't have to do the
And, oh wow, you don't have to do homework? Well, we had to do a lot of
I don't
homework.
have homework.
Goodness. I remember when I guess I was 9 or 10 years old, and over the Christmas holiday, we used to have a 2-week break for Christmas. And over the 2-week Christmas break, we were given a math book to finish all the problems in. It was a thick book. And we had to finish all the problems across those 2 weeks. Now, they didn't tell me how to do it. They told me to do it. So, if you look at it, it was 100 problems. Math problems. It was all multiplication. And it was 100. Okay? So I have 2 weeks. If I had done 10 a day, I finish easily. But I decided I was going to do it my way, which was to not do it. And like, I got to go to school Monday morning, and Saturday I have done nothing. So I have 100 questions to answer Saturday and Sunday. Well, where am I on Sunday? Church. I'm in church Sunday morning. I'm in church Sunday night. We used to have a Sunday night service where I went to church. So I have like 2 hours on Sunday. I didn't have any time to do it. So I had to get it done on Saturday. I really wanted to be playing. So I just started answering as quick as I could. Just whatever it was.
What?
Okay? 3 times 9 is 12.
No. 3 times 9 is 27.
Oh, that's not what I put though. 2 times 7 is 4. Okay? You know, I was...
I didn't mean to disturb you. You don't have the little notes that goes home with them?
No.
Okay.
I finished the whole book yesterday.
Oh yeah, but see, I wasn't trying to get anything right. I was just trying to get it done.
What's 100 times 27?
So, 370,000. Or 37,000. 37,000. I was disobedient. I was disobedient because I had plenty of time. I knew what I was supposed to do. I just chose to not do it. So, you know, this is a lot of times our problems. Okay, let's be honest. When mom or dad says, you need to, or I want you to, or you will, whatever that is, and we don't, we're not being obedient to our parents. And the Bible says specifically, obey your parents, and your days will be long on the earth. That's in the Proverbs. It's specific. Obey your parents. Okay? So we need to make sure that we're doing that. We need to do that because the Bible says to do it. Also says to obey God's commands. And he gives us one right here. And this is his command. Okay? This right here. No, it's not even that. No, it's more simple than that. I mean, yeah, you're right. But it's more simple. It says, believe in the name of his Son, Jesus Christ. We are commanded to place our faith in Jesus for our salvation.
What? Criminals believe in Jesus?
Okay.
They're still criminals.
But they believe in Jesus. All right? But we are commanded to believe in Jesus. It's right here in his book. Okay? And the next command is to love one another as he has commanded us. So we are to show love for each other. We are to love one another. We are to care for one another. We are to do for one another. We are not to be fighting and arguing. We are to, well, hold on. We are to show love for each other. That's God's command. And if we're not doing that, we're not obedient. We're not being obedient children of God. And that's really important. It really is. Now, there's going to be some times where we'll have some arguments, and there's times where things won't go right, and and we might get upset with each other, and that's okay, as long as we come back together and be in unity, in love for each other as God has commanded us. And that's really important, guys. It really is. Because when we're out there doing our own thing and we're not listening to God and we're trying to figure things out on our own, and I know this is a word that y'all don't know much about, but maybe our ego. That's something that a lot of people have problems with, where maybe they don't think that they're better than everybody else, but at the same time, they think that maybe they're more important, or maybe their position puts them in a situation where you need to listen to me. I don't have to listen to you. And that's a problem.
Like a princess?
Okay? Yeah, kind of like that. And that's a problem. Okay? Because now you're putting yourself above someone else. And in God's eyes, we are all equal. All right? In God's eyes, every one of us are equal. And God does not have a favorite. God does not play favorites. Not at all. We are all treated equal in His eyes. We are all equal in His eyes. There is no one worse than someone else in His eyes. There's no one better than someone else. And when it comes to being obedient, it's all the same. It's equal. The way that you are to be obedient to God is the way that I am to be obedient to God. And nothing changes. Nothing. God does not say, okay, well, let's see. You're better than you are. But you're better than you are. But you're better than you are. You're better than her, but she's not as good as her. That's not how God works. That's not how God works. God says, I love you all the same. I want to give you the same salvation. And I want you all to love one another and be together and unified. And that's really, really important. And you know, if you're watching this out there or you're in here and you don't believe what I'm saying, it's right here in 1 John. 1 John chapter 3. It's a little book, but it's got unity and love in it and caring for each other. And I am not to care more for her than I do for her. I'm to be equal. I'm to care equally for both. I am not to say, well, I'm going to do something for him, but I'm not going to do that for her. That's not right. That's not being obedient. We are to obey our parents. No doubt about that. We are also to obey God. And there's no doubt about that. And actually, obeying God is more important. Oh, there's nothing more important than obeying God. Yes, you're supposed to obey your parents because God said so. But that's obeying God. Okay? So remember that little word, obey, that little funny little word, obey. 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 Oh, yay, obey, obey. Yee. Okay? Matters a lot because God said it mattered. Obedience, it matters. Caring for each other, it matters. Loving each other and not being partial to someone else, being equal in the way that we care, in the way that we share, in the way that we do for one another, it matters. Why does it matter? Because God said it does. Got to remember that, guys. Short lesson tonight. That's okay. For me, sometimes the short ones stick the longest and make me think about them the longest. So just remember that. Obey your parents. No doubt about that. Obey your parents. But remember, first and foremost, we're called to obey God. All right, so tonight we're going to end right there. We're a little bit out of time. We got a short lesson in today, just 15 minutes. But I want you all to know that we are here for you at Autumn Creek Baptist Church. If you need any information, call us at 281-859-9060 or send us an email at autumncreekfamily.org. We're not ready. No. Sit. And yes, like, share, subscribe. Mr. Pete, get back quick. And we are here for you and anxious. Uh-oh, we're taking some video over here. And we are anxious to meet you. We'd love to see you next week. We got a Christmas program from the big church. And we have a Christmas party from the little church over here. So we got a lot going on. Come visit us. And we will see you next week. Everybody say bye. Bye. Good night, everybody.